What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and to another episode of Shoptime. Today I'd like to talk about the rumors circulating about the new 2020 C8 Corvette Z06. Previous rumors have speculated that it will have a twin turbo dual overhead cam, flat plane crank V8 engine. And some of these reports have even mentioned seeing a heavily camoed C8 testing on tracks making beautiful turbo noises accompanied by an engine screaming louder than your grandma from the kitchen telling you that Thanksgiving dinner is ready. Although these rumors may be true and the GM is in fact testing a twin turbo version of this flat plane crank engine, it is likely that it is planned for a later version of the Corvette, most likely called the ZR1. Whenever that gets here, we'll know more then. The new rumors from a reliable source inside GM say that the Z06 said to be released in 2022 will have a 5.5 liter naturally aspirated dual overhead cam flat plane crank V8. Say that 5 times fast. I just tried and fucked up like 10 times. And it will be making somewhere a bit above 600 horsepower and revving to 9,000 RPM. Now, although a lot of people might be upset about this, they can go fuck themselves, because I don't care who you are, that just sounds incredible. Many people have said it before, and I'll say it again, naturally aspirated V8s are just incredible machines. And in a world full of turbocharged, smaller engines, I think this engine will be a breath of fresh air. Now, I'm a little skeptical of GM making a dual overhead cam V8, and after the North Star engines, I think that skepticism is pretty warranted. However, there is a bit of a silver lining with this one, as GM has been running a similar displacement flat plane crank V8 in the C8R, and it is likely that this is a detuned version of the engine that will make it in the road-going Z06, mostly due to the fact that in order for GM to continue using this engine in competition, they do in fact have to sell some to the public in a road-going vehicle. Now, this is great news because it means it will hopefully have given them enough time to work out some of the bugs associated with a completely new design. So, what does this mean for future of the Corvette? Could this be the end of Corvettes having the typical pushrod small block V8 that we are so accustomed to? Especially with the rumors that GM is planning another C8 version, most likely called the Zora, that is said to be a hybrid powertrain. It definitely seems like they are trying to prove something. And spoiler alert, there will be in fact a time where there is no longer a pushrod small block V8 in the Chevy Corvette. And mostly that is due to the fact that GM does want to go to a fully electric lineup sometime in the near future. This is nothing new, as GM has been talking about this for years now, and honestly, it's kind of the downfall of GM that I currently see right now. They're just trying to do too much. They're trying so hard to rebrand all their sub-brands while also putting a massive amount of engineering focus on electric powertrains and electric vehicles that won't be out for the next couple of years. Don't get me wrong, this is not an easy task to do, and I fully support their push for the future, but is it a future that they can sell? Will GM be able to switch their consumer base enough for vehicles like the Corvette to still sell an all-electric version? Surprisingly enough, I think yes. They definitely will see a lot of pushback in the beginning, but as long as they can actually make a solid electric Corvette, I think they'll still sell the shit out of it. Large amounts of pushback for the direction of the Corvette is something that's become commonplace for GM, but in reality, aside from some minor design flaws, such as not having an adequate cooling system for a track-focused car, various airbag recalls, and more recently the trunk recalls on the C8, the cars appear to actually be really solid vehicles. And I mean, in reality, who really needs a safe, reliable vehicle anyways? So my hat's off to you, GM, for always keeping in mind that when it comes to corporate engineering, if it's almost engineered correctly, it's over-engineered. And that means you could have cut costs somewhere. And on that note, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.